Welcome to Peacefulness, Charlie. I am Charlie, and today's practice is formed around the affirmation, I am centered. We're going to do a lot of balancing postures and grounding postures to help you feel centered and walk off this mat feeling good. All right, I'll meet you in a comfortable seat and we'll get started. You may bring blocks or a blanket to this practice for adjustments. I brought a blanket to help lift my hips up here as we get started in our comfortable seat. Bringing the hands at the heart today. Lengthening through the spine, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Eyes closed or soften the gaze here. Just taking a moment to get settled in. Notice if the mind is already racing. Maybe taking that to-do list and setting it aside for right now, focusing on the present moment. I am centered. What does that mean for you? Maybe the first thing that pops into your head. For me, it's about feeling balance, not only physically, but emotionally too. Take 2 more breaths here. All right. As we release this, we're going to come into a side body stretch here. Bring that right hand down, grounding through that right hand. Lifting the left hand up and then over. Stretching through that left side. And we're going to flow a little bit here, bringing that left hand down, bring the right hand up and over. Following your breath. Inhale in, exhale, stretch. Taking your time here, feeling it out. Bring that arm maybe a little bit forward, a little bit back. One more time. And then we'll release it, coming into a tabletop position. Taking your time here, finding a strong foundation, bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips here. Pressing into all 10 fingertips. And we're going to test this by slowly lifting up the knees here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the neck long here. Feeling that strength, that prana. One more breath. And then we'll release it. We'll go straight into a cat-cow here. Inhale, drop the belly. Open through the chest, look forward. And exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, shoulders back. And exhale, round through the spine. Now follow your breath here. Two more here. And we'll bring it back to that tabletop position. Next, we're going to come into a balancing table here. First, we'll bring that right leg back, coming onto the toes here. And we're just going to do a little sawing effect here, going back and forth, stretching through that foot, through the leg. All right. And whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and lift that right leg up. Taking a moment here to get your balance. And then we'll lift the left hand up. Breathing deep here. Engage through that center. Gaze down. Nice long neck. One more breath here. And then exhale, release. We'll go ahead and take it to the other side, taking that left leg out. Again, rocking a little bit back and forth. And then whenever you're ready, we'll lift that left leg up. And whenever you're ready, we'll lift the right hand out. Strong center here. Full body experience. And on your last breath, we'll release it. We're going to bring the hands out here, pressing into all 10 fingertips. We'll slowly peel it up into a downward facing dog. Taking our dog for a walk here. Taking your time, stretching it out. And whenever you're ready, we're just going to bring that left leg up and in. Turning on that right foot, preparing to come into warrior one. Making sure that left knee is over the left ankle here. Engaging through your center. Whenever you're ready, slowly bring the hands up high. Take one more breath here, maybe a slight back bend. And exhale. We'll come into warrior two. Taking the hands out long. If you feel like you're on a tightrope here, you can always take that left foot and walk it out just a little bit to give yourself a nice steady foundation here. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale in, bringing that left hand up, bringing that right hand down. One more breath here. We're going to come into an extended side angle, bringing that left arm to the left knee. Make sure you're not dumping all your weight onto your knee here. Make sure you're coming up and out of this arm. And whenever you're ready, we'll take that right hand down to come up. Breathing deep here. Feeling that line of energy from that foot all the way to the fingertips. And exhale, we'll bring it back into our warrior two. We're going to turn onto the right toes here. Turn right toes here, come back into that lunge. And exhale, we're going to bring it down. Planting through the palms, we're going to take it back into a plank pose. Rocking back and forth. Whenever you're ready, we'll lower to the knees and slowly come down. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, release. Coming up onto the knees, we're just going to curl the toes under and come back into that downward facing dog. Taking a couple breaths here, walking it out. And whenever you're ready, we'll bring that right leg up and in. Turning the left toes out. Finding that foundation and engaging through our center, we'll slowly inhale, rise up. One more breath here. And exhale, we'll bring it into warrior two. Finding your strong foundation here. Looking past the right fingertips. And then on an inhale, we'll bring the right hand up. Bring that left hand down. One more breath here. Exhale, we're going to come into our extended side angle. Bringing that right arm to the right knee. Bringing that left hand down to come up as we inhale in. And exhale. One more breath here. And then we'll bring it back, turning on those left toes here. Inhale, lift the hands up high. And exhale, we're just going to walk that left foot up to meet the right here. Coming into a mountain pose with hands at the heart. Toes can be together or hip width apart here, your choice. Taking a moment of rest. Noticing how your body feels. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, bring the hands up high. And exhale, come into a forward fold. Taking a moment here to feel it out, maybe clasping the elbows, rocking a little side to side. Maybe shaking the head a little yes and a little no. Whenever you're ready, we'll halfway lift. Now this can either be at the shins or the thighs. Maybe airplane arms today, your choice. Lengthening through that spine. And on an exhale, we'll bring it back down. We'll go one more time here. Now we're going to bring the right hand to the center. It's a good idea if you brought a block and you need a little more space. to bring the hand up here. What we're going to do is we're going to plant through that right palm, straighten through that left knee. Plant through that right palm, straighten through the left knee as we inhale, lift the left hands up high. Again, if your shoulders not coming back, it's a good indicator to use a block to help lift the earth up to you. And we'll switch to the other side. Bring that left hand to the center, straightening through that right leg as you inhale, lift the left hand up high. And exhale, release. We're just going to turn the toes out here and we're just going to come down into a little froggy position here. Feel it out, rocking a little left and right here. Rolling through the feet, feeling that great stretch through the foot. And then whenever you're ready, we're just going to go ahead, reach the hands behind and slowly come back to the mat. Taking the legs out long. We're going to come into a forward fold here. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale. Lengthen through the spine, reach the hands up high, and think up and over, bending the knees as generously as needed as we come into our forward fold. You may bring the hands to the feet, the ankles, the shins, whatever feels best in your body today. Again, bending those knees as generously as needed, finding a place where you can rest the head down. Taking a moment here to notice the breath. Noticing if any thoughts come up. I am centered. All right, we're going to go ahead and come up here. Bring that right knee up. We're going to come into a twist here. Hooking that left arm around the right knee. Bring that right hand behind us here. We'll inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, look past the right shoulder. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. We'll release that. We'll take it to the other side, bringing that left knee in. Hooking that right arm around the left knee. Bring the left hand behind. Keeping a little brightness in that right foot here as we inhale, lengthen. And exhale, look past that right shoulder. No pushing or shoving here, nice and gentle. One more time here, inhale. And exhale. All right, as we bring it back, we're going to go ahead and lay down on our backs here. This is our last pose for this practice. Bring the knees in, we'll give them a little squeeze, and then we'll make our way to happy baby. Maybe bringing the index finger and thumb around the big toe, maybe around the feet. Maybe you grab hold of the shins here. Just play here, rocking a little side to side, stretching it out, lengthening that tailbone down. Just playing. And whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and release that. Taking the legs out long. Moving into Shavasana. Taking our time to find a comfortable spot here. Maybe you grab your blanket or your block, bringing it underneath the head here, using it as a pillow. Let's go ahead and we'll bring our hands to our belly today. Feeling our hands rise as we inhale. Then fall as you exhale. I am centered. Just a few more minutes here. Just finding a place here where you can surrender and fully and truly relax into this yoga mat. Being present with yourself. All right. And if you are loving this, go ahead and pause the video. Stay as long as you like. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and wiggle the toes and the fingers, bringing movement back into the body. Doing a few circles here, one way, and then the other. And whenever you're ready, we're just going to come on to your side, any side. Going into a fetal position here for just a breath or two. Breathing into the back of the heart space here. Whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and come back into that comfortable seat we started in as we close out this practice today. I just want to say thank you for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like to join me, bring your hands to your third eye here. Peace in your thoughts. Hands at the mouth. Peace in your words. And then bring the hands to the heart. Peace in your heart. Namaste, my friends.